global news update on top accolade news. The headlines: Elon Musk steps down as Trump advisor. Trump administration tightens student visa rules. Federal court blocks Trump tariffs. Russia seeks new Ukraine talks in Istanbul. We start with the focus in politics. Elon Musk steps down as Trump advisor. Elon Musk is stepping down as a top advisor to President Trump, ending his role as the head of the Department of Government Efficiency. In a statement on X, Musk thanked Trump for the opportunity, citing the end of his term as a special government employee. Appointed on Trump's first day in office, Musk led effort to slash federal spending and eliminate agencies like USAID, drawing both praise and controversy. His departure followed a rift with Trump over a new spending and tax cut bill, which Musk says undermines fiscal discipline. The bill narrowly passed the House and now faces a tough battle in the Senate. Still in politics, Trump administration tightens student visa rules. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio announced a sweeping crackdown on Chinese student visas on Wednesday, vowing to aggressively revoke visas of Chinese nationals, especially those linked to the Communist Party studying in sensitive academic fields. The State and Homeland Security Department will jointly enforce the revocations, while visa screening for applicants from China and Hong Kong will be tightened. The move comes amid growing Republican pressure to combat alleged Chinese espionage on U.S. campuses and follows broader Trump administration efforts to reshape immigration and education policy. The new measures could significantly impact U.S. universities, which host nearly 280,000 Chinese students. Shifting focus to economy, federal court blocked Trump tariffs. A U.S. federal court has struck down a broad set of tariffs imposed by President Donald Trump, ruling the measures exceeded his legal authority. The U.S. Court of International Trade in Manhattan determined the tariff covering goods from China, Mexico, and Canada were improperly enacted under emergency powers not intended for trade measures. The Trump administration has appealed the ruling, but for now, enforcement of these tariffs is halted. The case brought by small businesses and coalition of Democratic-led states argued the tariff caused economic harm and overstepped constitutional limits. Markets responded positively, with futures rising after the decision. Moving to international relations, Russia seeks new Ukraine talks in Istanbul. Russia has proposed new peace talks with Ukraine in Istanbul this Monday to present its long-awaited plan for ending the war, but Kyiv insists it must see the terms in advance to ensure meaningful dialogue. While diplomatic momentum has picked up recently, Moscow continues to reject an unconditional ceasefire and demands Ukraine abandon NATO ambitions and cede occupied territory, terms Kyiv calls unacceptable. U.S. President Donald Trump expressed frustration with Russia's ongoing strike, warning he will decide within 2 weeks whether Moscow is serious about peace. Both sides traded heavy attack in recent days, even as negotiators prepare for a second round of direct talks. You're watching a global news update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. Still in international relations, France jails ex-Syrian rebel spokesman for war crimes. A French court on Wednesday sentenced former Syrian rebel spokesman Majdi Nema to 10 years in prison for complicity in war crimes during Syria's civil war. Nema, known as Islam Alouche, was convicted under the principle of universal jurisdiction for recruiting child soldiers and aiding war crimes while serving as a spokesman for Jaish al-Islam, a group accused of brutalizing civilians. Arrested in 2020, Nema had entered France on a student exchange program. Human rights advocates hailed the verdict as a significant step towards justice for Syrian victims. The defense is considering an appeal. Moving to conflicts, Israel moves forward with 22 new West Bank settlements. Israel announced plans to establish 22 new Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank, including legalizing unauthorized outposts, a move condemned internationally as a barrier to peace. Defense Minister Israel Katz described it as a response to Palestinian terrorism and a strategy to prevent a Palestinian state. Meanwhile, Israeli airstrike on Gaza killed at least 13 people overnight amid ongoing conflict. The escalating violence and settlement expansion deepened the long-standing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In entertainment, Hailey Bieber sells Rose beauty brand to Elf in $1 billion deal. Model and entrepreneur Hailey Bieber is selling her beauty brand Rose to Elf Beauty in a deal worth up to $1 billion. Founded in 2022 and named after her middle name, Rose quickly gained traction online with viral skincare products and reported over $200 million in sales over the past year. Elf will pay $800 million in cash and stock, with an additional $200 million tied to future performance. Bieber will stay as the chief creative officer, with current leadership remaining in place. The brand's growth followed a rising trend of celebrity-led beauty empires, including those by Rihanna and Kylie Jenner. Now in sports, Thunder advanced to NBA Finals. The Oklahoma City Thunder are heading to the NBA Finals for the first time since 2012 after dominant 124-94 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves, sealing a 4-1 series win in the Western Conference Finals. MVP Shai Alexander led the way with 34 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, emphasizing that the team's journey isn't over yet. The Thunder, the youngest finals team since 1977, will face either the Indiana Pacers or New York Knicks, with Game 1 set for next Thursday in OKC. That concludes our global news update for today. Stay tuned for more global news and development. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ojo-Rumi Okocha. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.